Hi everybody, Spider-Kel back for the next in my DC chess collection review, and continuing on with number 5, which is Catwoman. Now, for everyone who's seen my Penguin review, which is currently uploading to YouTube as I speak, you will know that I mentioned that the next review will be one that I dislike, and here it is, Catwoman. It's one that I kind of looked forward to, got it and thought, wow, I really don't like that. It's really badly made. But I'll get into that a little bit more in a second. First of all, we'll go to the centre page. And the centre page is Catwoman number 1 in the New 52, the new revamp that DC have done, where they've basically completely rebooted all of DC Universe and started again. Now, as I mentioned previously, and I think a couple of times, I haven't read a great deal of the Batman comics. There's a lot out there that I haven't read. So I'm not going to start reading the New 52 and start a new continuity when I haven't even finished the old one, to be honest. So this is one that I haven't read. I don't intend to read until I've read the other stuff, to be honest. But it does look pretty cool. I do kind of like what it looks like they've done with Selina Kyle. Anyone who's read the 52s, I would love to hear what you're thinking of the changes, because as I say, I haven't looked at any of it, because as I say, I'm just trying to catch up really quite badly. But yeah, it looks pretty interesting. Now, before we move on, there's something else I wanted to point out. Now, as I mentioned in the first review of Batman, when I kind of skimmed through all of the different pages, the front page here kind of tells you a little bit about who it is and what they are. Now, this is something that's always interested me. These pictures of the pieces never represent what actually starts out. It's almost like these are a CGI version of what we're going to get. And none can be more true than with the White Queen, Catwoman. Especially with my major problem, which is the face. There we have Selina Kyle's face. Now that is a good face. That is a really good mould, a really good sculpt, very good paint. That would be fantastic. And the rest of the figure, you've got kind of like the belt buckle there, and then the whip, which uses as the tail, going all the way down to there. That is really nice. But what we actually get is this. And isn't that just a bit rubbish? Now, as for the rest of this figure, I will say I do quite like the rest of it. The sculpt, the way she's posed, the way that it looks, the colouring on it, everything else is great. But that face just lets it down for me. It really just looks like, I don't know, it just looks like she's about, I don't know, 10 years old. It looks ridiculous. It really, it bugs me. But we'll get into that later. We'll first go into the rest of the sculpt. We'll just cut the head out completely. There we go. As for the rest of the sculpt, I love the way she's posed, as I've said before. I think that's a really cool stance, the way that she's kind of like standing. I have really cut her head out. Hang on, let's come back here a bit. There we go. The way she kind of like stood as if she's ready to kind of like just dive off and fire a whip off and start to swing across the city. It's a really cool pose. She's stood and she's ready. And as I said, I love the way that she has the whip around her waist, so that it comes down behind her like a cat's tail. Very good. Really good detailing on the fingers. Let's get a little bit closer in here. Because what I like about the fingers is how... get this to focus and then I can show you. There we go. It's how they have the points at the end like cat's claws. Exactly as it was in the picture. That is really cool. Fantastic belt buckle. It's beautifully painted so that it hasn't gone onto the rest of it. And how these coils go around her waist as if she has just wrapped the whip around to the point there where you can see where she's almost kind of tied it off so that then it comes down her back. And then round here you have the handle for it. It's a really, really good sculpt. It's really good. And up here in the neckline there, almost the same as the cat figure there for the zip. A very, very good sculpt. The boots and everything. Down here we have a little bit of problem with the paint, as with all the figures, where it's kind of slopped onto her boots. And you can tell this time it's not like Batman. There we go, it's a bit better. It's not like Batman where I thought maybe that was how the sole of his shoe is supposed to be. You can see here in this foot, in her left foot, how her whole boot is black, and in this one how it has silver in the bottom. That's just the way the paint's been done. And for this queen we have a really beautifully carved sort of angel in prayer on the edge there. Very, very nice. It's very, very nice. Everything there is perfect, but then you get to this. Let's just go straight into this. The face. It just... is it just me? Is it just my model? Is it just something I'm looking at? But that... She almost looks terrified. She almost looks innocent, and I don't know. I'm trying to think of words to describe it. Just childlike, and I just... It's not Catwoman. It's not Selina Kyle. That's not Selina Kyle that we all know. Fearless and brave, and one minute she's evil and the next minute she's on Batman's side, and you never quite know which way she's going to go in the terms of her actions. That is just meh. It's like a frightened cat. I think that's the perfect way to describe it. She is like a frightened cat. And my camera's not really focusing. I think even my camera dislikes this because it's refusing to focus on it. It just completely let it down. I kind of got this out of the packaging, and I saw the sculpt, I saw the way it was, I saw the belt, I saw the whip, and I said, oh yeah, that's really cool, I like that. Then when I took a closer look at the face, and I turned to Tracy and I said, wow, I really don't like that. That face just puts me off. And that has really let me down with this one. That's the one thing. It's one point, one bad point, while the rest of it is really good. But that one thing has really just let it down. I just dislike this. And considering as well that she is the queen of Batman's side, she is the white side queen. If it was a pawn, it wouldn't matter so much. But this is a queen. She's the most powerful piece on the whole of a chessboard. I just don't like it. But there we go. Yep, the White Queen, and I just don't like it. I really don't. But I'd love to hear your comments underneath. Yeah, are yours the same as this one? Is it just a bad mould for me, or does everyone's look like this? What do you all think of it? Did it not bother you so much? I'd love to hear. I take this opportunity as well to say thank you for all your comments, all your messages. A lot of people saying that they're really enjoying all of these reviews, and that's really good. I'm really glad that people are enjoying these reviews as much as I am making them. I'm really enjoying making all of these. So yeah, I'm really glad to hear that people are enjoying them. Keep the comments coming, keep the messages coming. I really appreciate them, and it's good to hear that people are enjoying it. So never mind, we'll move on. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned. I'll be bringing you the next review very soon. Until then, take care, and I'll see you soon.